In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Ben Affleck Batman isn't done quite yet. Even though I've been telling you that for the last year, it seems to be a massive story about the SnyderVerse is potentially being restored, although I've been telling you this for the longest time. We're going to go over all the new information that has come out in the last 2 days. So yo, what is good YouTube? Warstu here. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content we do on a daily. Turn notifications on, share this video everywhere, and like it. If you want to see the face behind the voice, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, and also if you want to check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Today's video sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, everyone's favorite mobile phone game. So Raid Shadow Legends is a fantasy turn-based role-playing game. The game story takes place in a fictional realm. The best thing is the game is totally free, and it's also the greatest game of all time. Raid Shadow Legends has got tons of champions, over 700. All of the champions come from unique factions, each with their own history in the world of Tyleria. Today, let's meet our favorite bad guys, the Orgs. Orgs usually get a bad rep, but not in Raid. They're not all bad. Whilst they are created by the Dark Lord Cyroth, they have a really good reason to not like humans after a brutal war fought against the Banner Lands. High Elves and the Scared Order, their lands were exiled, forcing most Org clans to become normic. Now, they're mostly just trying to survive, seeing an ally in Queen Eva of the Elves. They've now joined her cause, but even they don't know what her true motivations are. Want to find out more? Play Raid Shadow Legends campaign for the full story. There are so many champions within this game. By clicking the link in the description down below, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30, which contains the following. We're talking about an epic free champion, Tyrell, 200 silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. So you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in the game. It is only for new players, and it's only available for 30 days of this video being live. All the treasure will be in the top right hand corner of this video, so make sure to download Raid Shadow Legends today. The link is in the description down below. So when it comes to the SnyderVerse being restored, Ben Affleck returning, Justice League 2 and 3 happening, ever since the Snyder Cut came out last year in March, in fact we're nearly at the anniversary, my standpoint has always been the same. Potentially it could happen, and lots of discussions and conversations have been behind closed doors. So recently Ben Affleck came out over the last couple of months and said he's done, he's dusted his work on the Flash movie. It was beautiful. It's a great sending off. So everyone for over last year, it's either been Ben Affleck, Batfleck dies in the Flash movie, or he doesn't die. And pretty much everyone has said the SnyderVerse is dead. Now, if you understand the multiverse, the SnyderVerse can never die. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Robert Pattinson's work as the Batman. I think it is such a great movie. But at the same time, Batfleck, serious, can happen. There has been conversations on the table. We know it. HBO Max wants Ben Affleck to do as Sirius. The same with Snyder. That is there. So the Discovery merger, which is technically a buyout, has been approved by Discovery, a $43 billion takeover, and Warner Bros. Discovery will be pretty much a legal company by the middle of April, once it's gone through American antitrust, etc. So, what caused controversy? Now, when DC pretty much backlogged absolutely everything, I said it's to do with the Flash, it's to do with the SnyderVerse, things are going on behind the scenes, no one believed me. Then a day or so later, I don't know how to describe this creator, this online personality, because I don't know what it is that she does. So Grace Randolph, YouTuber, podcaster, I really don't know what she does. So, I teased things, I kept putting eyes, I kept teasing things on Twitter, and then I didn't think it would be her to kind of break this news story, although we've been talking about it for a long time. So she came out yesterday and said, "You crazy SnyderVerse fans, how you managed to stay alive is incredible. I now hear Batfleck does not die in the Flash movie after all." Now, I said for the longest time ever, as far as I know, there has been multiple takes. Ben Affleck doesn't die, but Batfleck does die. Batfleck dies, he doesn't die. There is alternate takes there already. And then Grace went on to say this, "At least for now, the most recent cut. June 2023, a Discovery merger is a long, long path indeed. We'll see what happens. Hashtag DC, hashtag DCEU." So essentially, yes, Discovery will come in, David Zaslav will take over, and eventually Ann Cernoff and Jason Keeler will be pushed out. Then eventually Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich will be gone. Now, I've never said this would happen instantly, but with time, of course, all the money that Warner Brothers have put into The Batman did great. Aquaman, Shazam to Black Adam, etc. Now, we know there will be reshoots. That's why Black Adam has been pushed back. But what's interesting is The Rock announced that one. Shazam 2 is coming out earlier because it tested very well. Now, the most suspicious and the most fishiest thing here that no one is talking about is the Flash movie is over 1 year away. They haven't tested it yet. They've tested Shazam multiple times. They've tested Black Adam. They haven't tested the Flash movie. And then they come out and give you a reason. The reason it's been delayed is for VFX. Okay, we don't believe you because it's not even screen tested. Obviously, when they screen test, it's a rough cut. But I do not believe this agenda that it's due to VFX. Aquaman 2 comes out before The Flash. So you're telling me there's going to be more VFX than Aquaman? Well, Aquaman is literally underwater. No. Behave. Then Grace went on to say this: I'm not going to ruin the movie, so no more details. Now, I'm not going to ruin the movie either, but I know how this movie ends. I know the main narratives of the movie. I know everything there is about the Flash movie at the current state it is. Michael Keaton is still the new Batman after this film. Although that is technically true, Grace Randolph, not really, because unless Michael Keaton is going to be the main Batman for the next 5 years, he's a mentor role to Batgirl, and then obviously Batgirl is delayed as well, because if we have Michael Keaton Batman appearing Batgirl before the Flash movie, it's literally going to make no sense to anyone. So the thing is with Grace, you have to remember is, as soon as the Snyder Cut came out, she said she was here in Justice League 2 and 3. Then a month or so later, she's like, no, definitely not happening. And now she is saying this. When someone asked her, credit should go where credit is due. This was all shot and decided by the current WWE leadership. Of course it was. Of course they were going to shoot multiple things just in case what if scenarios, but you're not telling me Discovery hasn't had a play in this behind the scenes. I know legally, I know technically they can't physically do anything, but you're telling me they haven't had a hand in this. Let me know down below, guys. Do you think Discovery actually did have a hand in this? Now, Grace was asked a bunch of questions, and to be fair, she does respond to people. Someone said, I don't believe this. Ben Affleck already said he doesn't want to play Bruce. But oh well. Now, the thing is, human beings in any society, in any modern generation, can change their opinion. They can change what they feel. They can change what they want to do. Look at Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. When multiple creators saying they're in Spider-Man No Way Home, did anyone believe them? No, because them two characters were done and dusted, weren't they? So I can see the main narrative because Ben Affleck literally came out in an interview with Variety and said, no, I'm done, I'm dusted, I'm happy with this. But at the same time, if you remember what Zack Snyder said when he asked Ben Affleck to redo additional scene or so for the Zack Snyder Justice League, the nightmare scene, he did not hesitate. Zack Snyder said Ben Affleck did not hesitate at all. But you got to understand, in between that happening, he was done and dusted, never doing any of this kind of stuff. Ben Affleck will be coming back. If Zack Snyder has had conversations with David Zaslav, you've got to remember I am focused on bringing creativity, bringing talent back. Christopher Nolan has gone to Universal because of the way Warner Brothers treated his Tenet release. You've got to understand, everyone in society, you listen to this video, you would change your mind on something you said you wouldn't do a week ago, and you do it the next week. So stop the narrative that Ben Affleck won't return. Ben Affleck absolutely adores and absolutely loves Zack Snyder. The whole cast and crew love Zack Snyder. They would literally do anything for Zack Snyder. So it's not a case of if Ben is returning, it's a case of will Discovery ask him to, because technically there is already an HBO Max series on the table that Ben Affleck was offered, and I told you this over a year ago. I can't quite comprehend how it takes Grace Randolph, and according to her Twitter bio, Grace is the creator of the host of the Beyond the Trailer on YouTube. BFCA, aka Critics' Choice member, Rotten Tomatoes certified. So it takes Grace Randolph to literally say what I've already said. Now, because Zack Snyder is busy with other projects, with Rebel Moon on Netflix, don't be expecting the SnyderVerse to be restored soon. Now, it could be restored within the next year, but when I say don't expect the SnyderVerse to be restored soon in that prerequisite, I mean they might not start shooting anything, if this does happen, hypothetically speaking, for the next 2 or 3 years. But like I've said, guys, I've never changed my standpoint. I've never changed my narrative. I just go off the information I know. And the current plan is that the Flash movie was supposed to reboot everything and say goodbye to Ben Affleck, but I always knew and I always said there would be alternate takes or they would do reshoots. And now the Flash movie is literally over a year away. It could literally film a new movie in that time if they wanted to. And David Zaslav isn't going to mess around. He sees the numbers. He sees the Snyder Cut did crazy numbers. Blu-ray, streaming. It's a 4-hour movie and it went against Disney shows and came out just below them. And that tells you the metrics are there. That's before we even go into the other factors that a partner company, partly owned by Discovery, has been looking into Ben Affleck. Then we look into who is the most popular Batman, and Ben Affleck absolutely destroyed Michael Keaton by a mark or two. So Ben Affleck is the most popular Batman. We know that already. So like always, guys, let me know, do you think Ben Affleck is returning? What do you think of Grace Randolph's comments now? She's backtracked completely, and then we have some Twitter influencers saying, well, if you understand what the multiverse is, the SnyderVerse was never technically dead. It was always there. It could always return, which is a form of backtracking, in my opinion. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also, check us out on the Twitter sphere at WarstuG. We're trying to grow a community over there. I've just got 35 followers. Please follow me over there. More importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, share the video everywhere, because this channel is going somewhere, and we are one of the few channels who do Marvel, DC, pop culture based content on the daily, and we put a complete different spin on every video to the point where I don't even script videos. I'm one of the few creators in this space, in this niche that is pop culture, that doesn't script content. Okay, cool. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.